you just have to have things fall your way sometimes. You have to get through so many individual adversarial moments, and then the whole group, sometimes you have to get through it. You start in late August, you go all the way through after fall practice in the weight room, then you have Christmas break, and we come back a week early in January, and since January we have been together almost on a daily basis. Very few total days off, and it's always special. It is. I can't say enough for the guys for their perseverance and just getting through those things. I keep telling them over and over and over, just be in position, be in position, be in position. And that's what we've been able to do this year, is to have a chance to win in the last 3 innings. And we've done that an awful lot, and even win in the very last inning, just because we just keep playing and keep grinding.
Well, Coach, it was 2 big hits. Austin Peterson. How big in the 6th inning? Petey picked up the big hits in the 6th. In the 7th, Jalen Horton had a nice slide around the tag at home plate, a bang-bang play. But you scored crooked numbers there in the 6th and the 7th. You talked about it with David in our pregame, how big the big number innings were.
Yes.
Putting them together. How big were those 2 innings for you?
I mean, it was the ball game. I think we score in the 1st inning. We don't score for the next
5 innings.
5 innings, and then we take the lead, and then back-to-back big innings with crooked numbers. And you mentioned Petey. I thought a long time yesterday after we finished, and last night, about who to go with behind the plate, and my gut just said stay with Petey, because he was on the ball so good yesterday. I can't remember if he might have had 1 hit yesterday.
Yeah, in the tournament he had struggled actually a little bit. He was just 2 for 5.
But I said he's making good swings on good pitches and not getting anything for it. But I'm so glad that I stuck with that, because he came through and clutched up big time. Our pitchers, Decent gave us 3 zeros. Arias, wasn't as sharp on a short rest as he's been the last 2 times. But Kirby came in and gave us some inning and 2/3.
Inning and 2/3, yes, sir.
And Logan gave us 1, and then, when you get DJ Wilson, he's just a special breed of guy on that mound. And, man, we just know and feel like anytime he's got the ball in his hand, they aren't going to score. And he's proven that for 2 years, over and over and over.
And how has he worked into being one of the top closers in the conference and also the country as well? DJ Wilson, that is. How has he worked into being one of the top closers?
The big difference for him this year, and that I think has made him better and has given him the ability to go into deeper innings and pitch counts, is his physical conditioning. He was a bit lackadaisical his first year, and we had to modify a little behavior, but he really came back this year, and he's been somewhat of a leader for us there, and doing the things that he needs to do away from the actual game, but in the weight room, and doing his day after and day before and all that. He's been more committed to that, and it's paid off big time. But he absolutely is fearless. Anyone, anytime, any count. He really believes that they're not going to hit him, and he's going to get out of any jam.
Well, let's rewind a little bit back to Matthew Valdez in the first inning. He had the leadoff homer for you in that first inning. He's hitting above 600 for you from the leadoff position this season whenever he leads off an inning, whether that's leading off a game or leading off any inning throughout a game. Over 600 from the leadoff position for you.
Unbelievable. Matthew, a self-made man this year. When he came to us last year, his resume said that he could not, wasn't a great hitter. He would be okay, but probably would never hit for much average, but was a great defender. But he got better last season, and from the midpoint of last season on, I moved him to the leadoff spot, and he just got a little bit better and a little bit better. What made him better was his discipline with the strike zone. He just does not fish too often. It has to be a strike for him to swing that bat, and he's taken as many cuts, if not more, extra cuts on his own time than anyone on our team, and it's just paid off for him big time. But he's a superlative defender. He's a tough out, and he certainly has been the catalyst for us game after game after game out of that leadoff spot.
Coach, you defeat Cumberland's in the winners bracket final last night. You defeat him here 7-2. Good buddy Brad Shelton, you and him go way back. He's in his 17th year. He's built that program up from the very get-go, and Cumberland's a tough ball club. but a big win for you here moving in. Both of you moving into the NAI opening round now. That was the automatic bid for the Tigers, and Cumberland's the 11th ranked team. They had coming in, I believe it was a 46-8 record, now 46-9. But both of you moving in the NAI opening round, you found out about those bids on Wednesday afternoon from the national office.
Yes, that's my understanding. We'll know where we're going to go. And Brad Shelton is a personal friend, and he's a great competitor. He's a man of character, and he strives to instill in his guys the same things that I believe in about character. And having discipline and self-control, playing the game hard, and you want to win, but there's just so much more that's going on that's more important than even winning a baseball game. It's how you conduct yourself and what kind of student you are, what kind of human being you are. And he got us in the regular season championship, and last year, and of course, we've had some great battles in years past where we've had championship games against each other, and it's always been difficult. It's a good, clean rivalry, and I got the utmost respect for them in the Mid-South Conference. And again, we were fortunate to get them both times. It was very difficult.
Coach,
it was great stuff.
We appreciate the time. Good luck in the opening round. I know David, Zach will be with you for the opening round. They've done a great job broadcasting the games. I've been lucky be able to call a championship today, but Coach, we appreciate it, and I know number 9 means just as much as number 1 does in your heart.
It does to me. They're all special. They're all unique, and I love those guys, for their effort and their commitment to what our program stands for. I thank you all for broadcasting, our games, and for folks that weren't able to be here today to listen to it, but it means a lot. You and David do a good job in the SID area for
appreciate
our university.
That, Coach. Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate the time, and good luck in the opening round. Go get your World Series. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was head coach of the Tigers, Beauford Sanders.